Hello and welcome back to the channel Dominance. Anthony here. Please remember to like and subscribe, and also click that notification bell if you're enjoying what you've seen and if you want to see more. Coming up in this episode, we have the results and scores from day 2 of the Summer Bash, and also the highlights from Salford Red Devils and St Helens to finish off round 21. We start the episode in the Super League as Salford Red Devils entertain St Helens, and a sign of a champion side is the ability to win when you're not the best. And St Helens did exactly that when they downed Wakefield last week. The champions again face a tough test against an informed Salford side who are chasing a playoff place of their own. Salford have the tools to shock the champions, so Saints will have to be on it once again as they plough ahead towards the League Leaders Shield acquisition. Salford are down to their last 18 players, with Ryan Briley and Danny Addy dropping out after last week. Ben Helliwell is out of the squad after an impressive loan stint at the club from Featherstone, but at least Sitieli Akawala is back in contention. After a difficult game at Wakefield last week, St Helens have only one player back in the shape of loose forward Morgan Knowles, who replaces Dan Norman, who has a slight knock. The likes of Will Hapawate and Sione Matautia are still absent for the Saints. Salford's best bet will be to try and emulate what Wakefield did last week and match St Helens in the middle. Then the Red Devils will have the skills and the ball movement to cause the champions problem. But the champions should the champions get into their own processes, like they usually do, they'll be tough to beat. Anyway, let's look at the teams. One notable inclusion is Dan Sarginson is back in this squad and plays at centre, with Dion Cross moving to fullback for the Salford Red Devils. Yeah, otherwise it's a team that you usually see for Salford, with Brodie Croft and Mark Sneed rolling the roost for the Red Devils. In the forward line, it's Sitieli Akawala and Jack Ormonroyd who are the starters, while Elijah Taylor, Callum Watkins and Alex Gerrard will all be led around by Andy Ackers, who does make the team. Greg Burke, Ryan Lannon, Chris Agin and Sam Luckley are the players that make the bench in this crucial tie for the Red Devils. Saints, though, on the road again, have made only one change to their starting lineup as Morgan Knowles starts, with Jake Wingfield dropping to the bench in place of Dan Norman, whose injury keeps him out of the squad. But otherwise, Saints like consistency, with Jack Wellsby back at fullback, John Benison, Conrad Hurrell, Ben Davis playing his second game in a row on the road with Regan Grace. James Roby and Joey Lussick will be looking to help provide the bullets for the likes of Grace and Benison on the wing. Salford started off the best as, on the 12th minute, a through short ball to Sitieli Akawala opened the scoring, which Sneed added the extra 2 for 6-0. After this, a left-hand play, Tim Li-Fi with the layoff once again for Joe Burgess to go in diving in the corner. After this, it was the 35th minute, and Akawala's offload found Sneed, and Li-Fi and Burgess continued their link-up play, and it was a ball back inside for Dan Sarginson to score his first try back. That was added to by Sneed, and Salford were 16 points to 0 up. 16 became 20 as a great ball out wide to Ken Seo was finished off by Callum Watkins on the 26th minute, and Salford were really running away with the lead. Li-Fi and Burgess continue their link-up play, and this time the former Wigan winger gets one over his old rivals for another try on the 35th minute. We go into the second half, and a short ball, and then another short ball saw Greg Burke go over on the 52nd minute to make it an even bigger lead. This woke up Saints a little bit, and it was that man Jack Welsby as he dummied his way past Dion Cross and the rest of the defensive line, Dan Sargentson, to use his momentum and plonk down the ball. But that was little respite as Salford were in yet again. And it's another ball to the edge, which was out to Burgess. Burgess hands off his opposite number, found live by again. He was offloading once more, and then Dan Sargentson kept the ball alive. Brodie Croft got his hands on the ball and found a gap for Callum Watkins to go over for his second try on the 64th minute. By this time, Saints had lost Curtis Suranen due to injury. Looks like a bicep tear for the Saints man. But then Jack Welsby puts a kick in behind for Ken Seo to pick up, and Dan Sargentson is on the attack again. Gets the ball out to Tim Lifey, who finds space in the middle of the field, and he passes back inside for Brodie Croft, who outstrips the rest of the St. Helens defence for a 95-metre try just left of the posts. The last word goes to St. Helens as this time Alex Walmsley reached over to score. A massive result in their quest for the top 6 spot as Salford demolished St. Helens 44 points to 12. Now that round 21 is finished, here are the positions in the league table that all the Super League sides currently occupy. St. Helens may be ruling the roost, but they're only 4 points ahead of Wigan now after their surprise defeat to Salford. Wigan decimation of Hull KR after the weekend is a reflection of where the two teams are in terms of quality and numbers after Hull KR were decimated by injuries before the game. Huddersfield Giants' comeback win over Warrington sees them back up to 3rd, with Catalan's loss against Leeds sees them drop to 4th. Castleford are 2 points ahead of Salford now, whose win moves them up 2 places after this weekend's results. Next comes Hull FC and Leeds Rhinos, who both did win this weekend, but dropped down a place after Salford's shock. I'll keep me saying that through this, I'm sure. Hull KR are next on 18 points, with an outside chance of still getting into the playoffs as they're only 2 points back. But Warrington Wolves are now 4 points behind KR. And it's been a season to forget for Warrington so far. Wakefield Trinity opened up a 2-point gap after their victory over their local rivals Castleford, but Toulouse slumped to the bottom of the table again. But with only 2 points difference and only 3 points against difference, it could be a good end of season if they can get a couple more wins under their belt. We'll move on to Summer Bash Day 2 now, as Headingley set the scene for 3 more games from the Betfred Championship. As we've explained, the Summer Bash is like the Magic Weekend, and it is a festival rugby league with 7 games in total played over the 2 days. Day 2 sees 3 games after yesterday's 4, and those 3 games were Barrow Raiders versus the Widnes Vikings, Whitehaven play local rivals Workington Town, while Newcastle Thunder close out the Summer Bash with the York City Knights being their opponents. All I can say about this event is, how often would you see these teams all appear on the same TV channel, or even these players playing on a pitch at a stadium like Headingley's throughout their entire career? It's very, very rare that they were going to do that. So it's not a bad change after the COVID to have the game there. Well, all 7 games, the entire round there. But anyway, here are what went on during the day. Day 2 started off with a bang as Barrow Raiders beat Widnes Vikings 36 points to 24. It was a fantastic day for the Raiders as Toll Maludi, 2 from T. Ritson, who has been rumoured to be linked with a Super League club at the top end of the division for 2023, scoring twice, with Anthony Iara and Jared Samet scoring tries for the Raiders. Shaw kicked 5 conversions as well as a penalty. The Vikings were leading at half-time 16 points to 12, but it was the Raiders that came away with the victory. Craven, Davis, Fozzard and Roberts all went over for a try apiece, while Tyra kicked 3 conversions and a penalty for the Vikings. In Game 2 at the Bash, we see Whitehaven get one over their struggling near neighbours Workington Town as Haven win 28 points to 10 and led the game at 12 points to 4 at half time. For their tries, Whitehaven had Evans, Broadbent, Walker and 2 from Bullman to thank, as well as 4 conversions from Williams. All the points for Workington came from Forber as he scored a try, he converted his own try and kicked 2 penalties. But time is running out for Workington to get into safety. And to finish off the Bash for 2022, we saw Newcastle Thunder 18, York City Knights 27. The Knights weren't really in too much trouble, but Newcastle huffed and puffed, gained a couple of injuries, and also had Ellis Robson put in the bin for holding down. York City Knights were 10 points to 8 up at half-time as well, and thanks to 2 tries from Brown, 1 from Marsh, Glover and Kermond, they sealed the victory over the 80 minutes. Harris scored 3 conversions, and O'Hagan got a drop goal in the last few seconds. Akuma Tai, Bailey and Noakes were the try scorers for Newcastle, while Shorrocks and Mullen converted a try apiece, and Shorrocks kicked a penalty. But in all, it was the Knights' night as they climb up the table. Speaking of that table, York City Knights are now in 6th position after their win gives them a point gap towards Barrow Raiders. Widnes are now 8 points behind after their loss earlier on in the day, where Newcastle Thunder are down to 10th due to 3 points behind Bradford Bulls. Whitehaven closing on points with even points with London Broncos after their win against Workington, who still sit bottom of the table. And that's it for another episode, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like, subscribe and share this video worldwide, as well as clicking that nice little notification bell for any updates on new videos that may be coming your way. Tell me what your thoughts are on this episode in the comments below. Was the Summer Bash successful? We'll have to wait and see with the numbers and everything like that when RFL release them. But I think the stadium's a bit too big for, well, an event of this sort. Looking at the clubs that are involved, Bluefield Row was perfect, had everything around it. But anyway, what was your performance of the weekend? I think the last Super League one of the weekend was the game performance of the weekend with Salford monstering Saints. Didn't see that one coming, must admit, and I doubt that anyone did apart from the most ardent Salford fan. Tell me in the comments below who is your preference. Wayfield up there as well. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like, subscribe, share this video worldwide. Also clicking that bell for any updates on new videos that may be coming your way. But in the meantime, please stay safe. I wish you all the best, and I'll see you in the next episode.